my crypto queen. She knows the scene, turning zeros into heroes. It's my digital dream. We check the charts, those candles are green. Leverage it up, stacking it up, now my back's obscene. Yes, I've done buy some meme coins. Got rug pulled once or twice. I spent too much money. Crypto took over my life. I must confess, monetary distress. I need more dry powder so I can stack up on these treasure chests. This bull run, we gon' live like kings. But for right now, it's going on a credit card. Oh no, no. Yeah, we about to make wife changing money. Been in the game since 2018. We were scrubs, now we 18. Wrist loaded with the bling, bling, bling. Pulling more hoes than my boy Charlie Sheen. Got B&B at $4. Solana, $2. When P. Peg $1. We was po, now we the borrower. Wife changing money. Hey, drop that beat, dog. Wife, changing money, changing my
Oh yeah, what's going on? Good Friday. Oh, that's what we should have named the show. Good. It's a great Friday. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So welcome back
to another episode of One Pulse Show. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Taurus.
And I'm Larry.
And we're coming to you live on this Good Friday. Look, it was looking pretty good out there. There's a lot of people roaming around today. I think some people might have had off work.
Yeah.
And good for them. Everybody needs a day off work. Shit. Pow. Oh yeah, what's going on, Mr. Larry?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot. Okay. Yeah, did you see that
I saw a meteorite get deflected in Mexico City or something.
on like a video or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On Twitter.
Got deflected.
Something.
Yeah. Who was doing the deflecting?
I don't know.
Is that
The UFO deflected the meteorite.
UFO?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Pretty wild stuff.
that is kind of wild.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
What else is going on, man?
Waiting. April Fools.
April Fool's month, huh?
Yeah. One day wasn't long enough.
It does seem like it is kind of fooling us because everybody was talking about how April's this, takeoff month. And then
It hadn't happened.
we haven't been taken off. Yeah. Well, granted, we'll get into this, but Pulsechain's been pumping. There's been green candles across the chain.
Exciting.
Very exciting. We're super happy about that. Oh man. So thank you everybody tuning in. We certainly appreciate that. We're about to get in the charts here. What's this little thing flying around over here? About to get here in the charts. If there's something you want us to check out, just let us know and we'll go take a visit. Even though
Let's look at Pulse.
no financial advice here. Pulse, yeah, we're definitely going to check out the core coins.
It actually is up for the past couple minutes.
Only a couple minutes.
Well, it was not up earlier, and now it's up a little.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Of course, I only check the prices once a day.
Just once.
You know.
Now that you don't have steak or app. Alright, let's move over here. Yeah, you see this? Green candles. We'll refresh it, but I think it's pretty fresh. Yeah, that's for the 24 hours. Let's check out the 7 days. 7 days, Pulse is up for the 7 day. The other ones we can't say that much about. But on the 24 hour, we are all up across the chain here. We got Pulse coming in at 0.000278, up 3.66% in the last 24 hours.
And Pulse X, that buy and burn is
6.99. We are about to cross the 7% mark.
Yeah. And I think it was 6.01 was where Pump.Tires launched. It was at 6.01. So we're almost at 1% since Pump.Tires launched.
And when did Pump.Tires launch exactly?
I think February.
Is that February?
I'm not sure.
This is the current stats. Looks like this number actually went up here. It was around 12,000. Now it's at 15,000, probably because I don't think that it's burning more Pulse. I think just the price of Pulse is up, and so the dollar amount's worth more.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, who else is burning $15,000 a day of a coin you have in your bag? I don't know. I don't know anybody. That's why Richard built Pump.Tires. Wanted to be competitive. Let's go back over here to Pulse. Check out the chart.
Can you move that little box out of the way?
Oh, yep. Let me move it.
Cool.
There we go. All right, here's the Pulse chart. We drew that line the other day. Looks like it's coming up to meet it.
Lots of green in there.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks real good. I wonder what this is. Who was I watching? I was watching one of the shows. Maybe it was Crypto Kings. I think he was talking about, a chain going kind of up a little sideways, up a little sideways, up a little sideways, where it's not really talked about. And the next thing you know, the coin's way up.
And sideways.
And so if we could just do that, just up a little, to where it doesn't really have to be talked about, but let's get to SAC rate first.
Yeah, I'd like to get above SAC rate first.
Yeah, which is right up here. Everybody thinks it's like right up here. Let's put a line up there for SAC rate. What people believe it to be at that 0.0, right?
That's what people think. Why do people think that?
Oh, we can get in here and make it exact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it just to the 1. There we go. And make it a different color. What color should it be? The green?
Or purple for Bitcoin, for a Pulsechain.
Well, green's for the money.
Green's for money. There you go. Can you make it purple and green?
Do they let you do that?
No.
We need a more advanced version.
That's $20.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a little road, little journey for us, but nothing we can't or haven't already done.
That could be like one day.
Could be one day. I mean, let's see, though. Do we have any movements? This is a big one here. But that's not one day, that's a few days. But that's almost, I mean, even that whole movement from here to up there is
The very first day took it that high.
what it would take.
So if you go all the way to the first day, you'll see it went higher than this.
Let's see here.
I think, no.
I don't think it's going to show it.
It's not showing it. Yep.
Oh,
But
maybe.
like the very first day, it does that huge bounce back and forth. But yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, pulse looking good. Give it a clap. Everybody doing their part. Let's go check out Pulsex. Pulsex coming in 0.0000218, up 3.75% for the 24-hour, with almost 7% burn, like we had just mentioned, which is around $30 million worth of burn there. We want to go check that. Let's go check out that chart real quick, see what they got going on.
Make it against pulse.
There we go. So it rose, and yeah, it's been coming back down because it did get to that almost, see right there, it even for a little bit was a little more, but that 1-to-1 ratio right up here, it's been kind of stretching them back away from it. Or is this one 1.5 right here? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it goes a lot further down, I'd be interested in trading some pulse for Pulsex at that point, because you're getting like 2 for 1 or something. You can get the ride back up. Let's see here. We got Ink Token coming in at $1.19, up 1.85%. And this is the one with the big mover everybody talks about, does most of the moving. I mean, you can see it.
Do that against pulse too. Because if you don't do it against pulse, and it's just, you're looking at like the dollar value of pulse.
Wow, so yeah, it had a huge right here in February.
That was a good day. That's when people were thinking $100 ink.
Is that what it was?
I remember a lot of folks were talking $100 ink or something like $400 ink.
I mean, it's, it's so wild. I mean, that's just the thing. You see these movements constantly doing some big movements. You can make some money here if that's your thing.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing about crypto, is it's the XY relationship, and how big the liquidity pool is key to the whole thing. Wow, look at that thing.
Yeah, it did that, in the early days. It shot up to like $70-$80.
That first day.
Yeah. And then it had this just huge swoop down under here. And now it's just sitting right back around there. This is where, some heavy support here around that price.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess it just, well, one, there's no liquidity, so people just aren't doing much
Let's
with
see
it.
here. It says 4.3 million.
Huh. I thought all the liquidity got pulled. But
Yeah, sometimes I wonder about these stats.
yeah.
Look here, we got Hex coming in at 0.00619. So a little greater than half of a penny. EHEX coming in at 0.0016. the P hex up 1.55% for the 24 hours. You can make money on hex too if you play it right. I mean, there's lots of opportunities in hex. You can make some money, even if you don't want to just stake. Yeah. Any thoughts on hex?
You'll always make more stake in it. For 15 years. 5.
Seems like that's the play now.
That's the play.
It's the play now because
The payout
see here.
will go back up.
This was day 1955, so we have to refresh this, but we can kind of get an idea here. The Pulsechain hex was 195 a T-share and 53 a T-share on the Ethereum side. So let's refresh this and see what it says. Oh, wow. Up over $50 on the Pulse side per T-share. But again, the price is higher now too.
That's why.
Yeah, and then, well, it's more hex per
that's
T-shirt
it.
now too. So you got the double thing working.
That's what makes the T-shirt so beautiful.
Yeah, and then, those early unstakers also paying out to the T-share holders.
Yeah.
And right now we got the T-share rate coming to you at...
It's at the slow drift up again.
What is this number here?
41,266.
Oh, that's how many hex it takes per T-share.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Daily payout. This is what I was looking for.
Ah,
So right now we have the daily payout for 1.55 hex on Ethereum and 1.51 on Pulsechain.
yeah.
We had that big dip with the OA staking out all of those funds, which is...
I'm ready for price appreciation.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole idea, is that it should make the price go up.
I mean, it's probably good too for the fact that now that money is locked. People could argue though that, oh, well, someone could early unstake those, but it's like, it doesn't really matter because it just
People
goes
are
back to the
idiots.
OA, goes back to itself. So, but there's an argument there that it could be like, well, does it even matter that it's staked then? Because if the OA could just unstake it anyways, it goes back to itself.
Doesn't make any difference at all.
I guess not. The only difference it makes is right here.
It's the appearance and the amount of inflation. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, staking hex short term is not really ideal, but it starts getting sweeter when you do those longer stakes. That's when you get paid more for the longer stakes.
And it's going to go up again. We just need to get past once we get past $3 hex and people emergency unstake, then the T-share rate will go back up.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So $3 hex is what we're waiting on.
Is that what it is? 3?
Yeah, 3 to 5 to 20.
Oh, Crypto Sparbuck, they were big on that $7 hex. You remember that whole
$7 hex.
$7 hex? Yeah.
And I think more like $21 hex.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, whoa.
P maker.
Maker.
Didn't that have to do something with the P die?
Yeah, but
Look at the supplies.
here's what...
That's like so many zeros you could go around the...
We were going to go visit this. I have a thing
What's
here.
that thing in the dirt?
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Oh, wow. Maybe we'll get to it. I don't know. I got a lot of things here for us to check out. But this right here, the proof of no work, the Maker DAO. See if we can go bigger. No. Crap. What's happening? It's doing something to the screen. Can I click out of it? There we go. Okay. The MakerDAO and Pulsechain has been officially shut down as the fire function was successfully called on the ESM contract. This means no more PDI can be minted. And people were saying that Atropa is the new MakerDAO. Have you heard that?
I have heard something about that,
Yeah.
but
So, I mean, that again, above my pay grade. I don't know
yeah,
how or why or if, but
probably not.
yeah, it was almost like they did a switcheroo. It was like, that's why I'm like,
Does that
Is
mean they
Maria-
can switch out the Pete too?
yeah. Again,
I mean, at some point you get so many people out, all the weekends are out until it's just one person that owns all the coins, and then how good is that? Because then it's just one person pulls all the coins. So
yeah, I don't know.
but that's a lot of supply right there.
Wow, what number is that?
That's more than 1 million.
That's a Q right there.
That's a key for question mark.
Ah,
You don't know.
well, this whole thing is a little
it's
weird. I
all
don't know.
messed
Let's
up.
go back here. Maybe this is a lie. Who knows?
Could be
Let's do. We'll do the
the
top
party token.
2.
Isn't that the Maximus guys?
Is that? But that's not the top set. This is the top second one. NBA.
But yeah.
In the world.
Well, I'm sure the NBA's over here, and the
NBA.
NFL's coming next.
Basketball. Yeah, probably.
Boy, they're going to be suing us for copyright
Oh
infringement.
wow! Look, there's only 666
Supply is
supply.
666. That's interesting.
Ooh, what does that mean?
That means this is like
Oh shit. Oh shit.
this probably came over from Pump.Tires or something. Who knows?
No,
No, and that was 666.
not with 533 days.
Yeah, that's true.
This thing's been around.
Yeah.
It's been around, and
Since-
because the supply's so small, that's why it's so expensive. It's $44 here. It got all the way
Is it
up.
a fork? Because it looks like it started in June last year.
I mean, it had a price going up almost to $1,000.
So go back. And when did we launch? We were in June of
November
23. Yeah. So it didn't fork over.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Supply is 666. That's interesting. I like that number. It's a sweet number.
There's the big loser right here. T-bill, I think. 19.51. T-bill. Oh, the Treasury bill. Okay.
It's going to have a lot of up and down.
Apparently, though, the Treasury bill was getting minted and then getting used, and that was what was bringing Bear down, the original teddy bear. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah. So apparently they were printing this Treasury bill,
Cool.
I believe, as well. No, that's not cool. We don't want them minting. Is this the next one? Monate?
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, Bear's right behind it, but I think Monate.
Let's look at your stuff because
All right.
the clock's ticking.
Let's go. Did you want to check one of the other ones? Like, see what.
Nah, nothing's going. Everything's mud right now.
This guy, real quick. Let's check this one. Okay, came back down.
Yeah, it's just all the same.
Yeah. Let's see here. You wanted to check out that thing that's in the ground?
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, this thing's kind of cool. They call this the Earth Scraper. It's
The
not
person who
possible.
invented the earth scraper is truly a genius. To address the shortage of land resources, the designer came up with the idea of an underground world. First, engineers need to dig a giant pit 300 meters deep in the city center.
bury
Then, within the
people.
pit, they build an inverted pyramid structure. The entire building has 85 floors and can accommodate up to 100,000 people. This inverted pyramid design allows each floor's residents to receive sunlight. The top of the building is covered by a huge glass dome, which also serves as a public square for nearby residents. In addition to residential areas, the designer thoughtfully includes museums, offices, shopping streets, parks, and more, creating an underground life experience identical to life on the surface. At this
That's
point, you
cool.
might
You don't even
wonder,
have to go
what
to
would
the
happen if
surface.
there's an earthquake or a flood? In fact,
Cool.
earth scrapers can
Just live down there for the
significantly
rest of your
reduce
life.
the damage
When
caused
it
by
looks like
earthquakes
the sun
and
can go
tornadoes.
Like the sun
However,
can go
the challenge of
down
how
the
to
sides, you
evacuate
still get sunlight.
100,000 residents in the event of a flood or fire remains
they
an
can't figure out
unsolved
this
problem.
problem.
Therefore, the concept of earth scrapers has not yet been realized. If this concept becomes a reality one day in the future, would you live there?
Or would you live on the surface? Wow, I don't know.
Or would you live on the surf? I mean,
The thing is, do you get to move on the surface, or do you just get a room in this? Because the thing is, that's what's going to be so cool is that we're going to have we're going to get all of our food is going to get like printed in our room. So like we don't even have to go into the kitchen. We'll just have a food printer, and then anything we need, we'll just print it up. Like if we wanted to print, a new telephone, we just
like the 3D printer.
3D print it. Everything's gonna be 3D printed. Our food, our telephone,
Our food. I hope
and
not.
we're not gonna have to go even into the other room because it's gonna be so convenient. And we'll have like little iPads in front of us so we can communicate with our friends.
Oh, you're gonna be Neuralinked up. You don't even got to do anything. You're just thinking.
Exactly. And then we're gonna get a universal basic income check. And then we can buy our Bitcoin with universal Bitcoin checks.
Here's something I thought you might find funny. You saw that the all female astronaut takeoff thing. Yeah. Anyways, check this out. Just kind of funny. Someone put this together.
Girl time. Lift off. And it looks like a penis too.
Colonel, you better take a look at this radar.
What is it, son?
I don't know, sir. But it looks like a giant
Dick,
Yeah.
take a look out of starboard.
Oh my God, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, where?
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It is a long, smooth shaft, complete with 2 balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie.
Yeah.
What's that? Well, it looks like a giant...
Johnson. Yes, sir. Get on the horn to British intelligence and let them know about this.
And there you saw. The main engine is turned off. We're now going to separate the capsule from the booster, and at that point, Kristen, that's when all 6 astronauts are going to start to feel the weightlessness, and shortly thereafter, we're going to let them unbuckle.
They let them unbuckle?
Yeah, so they can feel the weightlessness.
Whoa.
Like you can feel in space. Yeah, we got a lot of things here.
Katy Perry.
We could check.
That's what made it for me.
Katy.
Yeah, I mean, her music is so moving.
Did you see she brought a flower with her?
That's so beautiful.
Did you see?
It's beautiful.
And it stayed the exact same apparently all the way up and down.
The radiation didn't kill it?
I don't know. They were talking about how there was no marks on the capsule when it came back through the atmosphere. It's supposed to get like thrashed.
Did it actually leave the atmosphere? Or?
Well,
It just went really high.
Now you're talking
It's
about
like the guy who
conspiracy
jumped
stuff.
out of the, parachuted from space. Did you see that?
The Red Bull thing?
Yeah, the Red Bull thing.
That was pretty wild.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's about how high they probably went. They didn't go all the way to space.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. This is kind of, they had like China just went to space, Someone put this together and was joking.
आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
People are applauding. Let us all wait to hear from the Secretary Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath.
आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
India going to space. Just blatantly, you know, some fake ass shit. I think I got Larry, folks. I got him.
Yeah.
They got him. There we go. Yeah, we can just get rid of it after we, you know.
After we've seen it.
You want something that, like, is going to help you? Or something conspiracy? Well, look, we'll do the 20. Well, you actually might find this one interesting. But this one, we'll end with this one here.
Definitely don't end with ABC News.
No, we're not. That's a McDonald's thing. So I don't even know if that was going to be for the people. That might have just been between you and me thing. But we I don't know. Maybe we'll get to it. We'll just check out this one though.
Nude countless.
What could I do to earn $100,000 over the next 12 months? The more specific the question, the better. Then you devote yourself to writing 20 answers to this question. You must write a minimum of 20 answers. Work harder, work smarter, start earlier, stay later, change occupations, upgrade my skills, whatever it is, keep forcing yourself to write till you've written 20 answers. We call this mindstorming. The first 3 to 5 answers will be easy. The next 3 to 5 answers will be difficult. The last 10 answers will be incredibly difficult. But I have given this exercise to people who've gone on to become millionaires so many times I've lost track, because they often find that the 20th answer changes their whole life. And if you've ever done this once, it's absolutely staggering. More people have become millionaires with this simple idea of mindstorming, what I call the 20 idea method, than any other single method of creative thinking ever discovered. What could I do to earn?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know? You said you got to 18, huh? And then you just stopped. You gave up.
It's always the last two. You know, you got to go all the way. You got to go over the hill and over a little bit more past the top of the hill. You can't just stop on the top of the hill.
He said it was that 20th.
It's the 20th.
You know,
and actually, I think it's probably the 22nd.
The 22nd, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm considering doing this, and I was wondering, I'm like, well, how long does it take you to get to that 20th answer? You know, for you to come up with that 20th answer.
Grok it. That's what it's all about.
I mean, if you're not using it, you're falling behind, I think.
Yeah.
It's here to make your life easier, really. Yeah.
And it's changing so fast, so much every week.
Totally.
Grok is not the one right this week. Actually, ChatGPT 4, whatever it is, came out.
Oh, now they're the leader now.
They have agents and stuff. Another week and everything else will be caught back up. But Chat just took the lead.
Okay.
But I think Grok will be coming out soon because they've been kind of quiet for a while.
Any closing thoughts?
Let's see here. Oh, the Hex T-share rate just went up by 12 Hex.
Oh, wow.
So
we just covered that.
Yeah. That's from Hex Alerts, Whale Hex. And you can find out all the cool stuff that's happening.
Getting the movement.
There was a good accounting of 4 million Hex today. So that's what that means is someone forgot to come back and unstake their Hex. And so someone was watching this and saw that it was unhexed and bleeding out slowly. And so in order to change the T-share rate, they did a good accounting of it. And then the T-share rate changed. So, and that supposedly helps everybody a little bit, but
we can use all the help we can get.
We need $3 Hex.
Let's go.
Yeah. You know, we got, a couple of days here. The SEC information should be completed, hopefully, or will be in our favor.
They're just going to let it expire. It's so rude.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to address it because they did ask for it, and so they're going to have to.
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, they just let it sort of
just let the
hang,
time go.
and then, after Monday, the court says, oh, they didn't answer in time, so then it takes like 3 days to expire or something like that, and then I think there's like this other waiting period we have to go through, and then finally it all gets dismissed.
How long is that period?
I'm not sure. It might be a month or so, but it definitely, they are giving up a lot of their swing if they don't reply by, I would say reply by Friday or Saturday, which is already, but they have technically until the Monday, because it was 30 days was Sunday. And so they're giving them the extra day. But I mean, if you're trying to be respectful to someone, you answer a day before the end of the deadline.
Man,
you don't wait on the last day.
They don't respect nobody, man.
Well, it's the court. And that's the thing, is the court has power. So you want to be respectful to the court.
Well, that's true.
So if they were actually going to ask for something, if they felt like they had any kind of anything to protect, but you see, the thing is with the new administration, they just go, oh, that was the previous guys. We don't even care about this.
Crazy thing is, though, the prosecuting people and the judge, they work for the same people.
The judge does. The prosecutor works for the SEC.
Yeah, it's still the government.
The SEC is
it's
now
still
a
government,
new group of people.
But it's still the government.
Yeah, but it's now under Trump versus under Biden.
No, I get that, but it's still the government controls the SEC. The government controls that judge. So,
yeah, but the SEC,
they work for the same
said they were
person.
going to drop all their cases and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about that earlier. There's a lot of other projects out there that are dealing with the same stuff, and they've been going through the ringer also with the SEC cases.
It's all going to unwind.
Even Ripple got $75 million rewarded back to them. So, yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
Hopefully, this will all be over soon, and
we'll be rich, living on the beach.
Living on the beach. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Look out. We'll be shooting another show here soon. And stay one pulse ahead.
One pulse.
How big is your sack on Pulsechain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. How big is your sack on Pulsechain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. I was looking for a chain, something new, decentralized, either new. Stacking PLS6, liquidity on the decks. Somebody help me. My sack is so heavy. Get some Spark Swap, get the Dex Boss, get the GOAT token, Legion Protocol, get some P-Dye, get some P-Drip, get some Teddy Bear, get some P-Hex. You know we here for the 100X. Put your heart always with the Gucci bags. I asked you once, I asked you twice. How big is your sack on Pulsechain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. How big is your sack on Pulsechain? How big is your sack? Heavy sack, heavy sack. It's both a blessing and a curse having a sack this big.
My
higher throughput, it's deflationary, it burns 25% or more of the fees. There's no inflation, it never mints new coins.
How big is your sack?
It's going to be the world's largest free airdrop. So people love free money.
How big is your sack?
And they don't like the high fees, and this addresses all those issues. It's really cool.
How big is your sack?
Could Pulse do the same 10,000x that Hex did? Yes, it could.
How big is your sack?
The likelihood of that event? I don't know.
How big is your sack?
I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I got some more cool shit coming.